Well, hello, Pearl family. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tonight, we're diving into the new RCMP update. There is a new interview that just came out in the last couple hours in the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan out of Pictou County, Nova Scotia. It's October 9th, 2025, 5 months since the two little ones vanished, and the RCMP just confirmed that Cadaver Dogs team searched roughly 40 kilometers around Lansdowne Station and no human remains were detected. We're going to unpack all of this on the other side of this.
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is October 9th, 2025. It is currently 7:59 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hi, guys. Hello, bonjour. How's everyone doing? Good to see you all, my beautiful pearls. Butterflies, I want to thank you for the super chat last night. As soon as I clicked in, you sent something. So I wanted to thank you for that. I don't think it went unnoticed. Really do appreciate you for that. And it's good to see you, butterflies. Sherry, good to see you. Wait, what? Pam, Kathleen, Sue, Robin, Ann, Jennifer, Connie, Sherry, Rhonda, Canadian Cookie, Shannon, Rhonda, Sue, Callie, Cathander, Catherine, Grey Wolf, Robin, Wolf 316, Peggy, Peacemaker, Jen, Shelby, Pam, Sue, Ginger's Girl. Um, yeah, it would Ginger's Girl. You're right. Good to see you. Linda, rather, Sasha, good to see you. Kathleen, Robin, Pam, Sue, Jerry Lynn, Sheila, Jennifer, Sue, Peacemaker, everyone in chat. Good to see you all. Hope everyone is doing well. Guys, if you don't mind, please do me a favor here in the live chat as everyone's coming in, and my replay crew, thank you. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Would be so thankful for that. And if we get to 1,000 thumbs up, we have a chicken party. You don't want to miss a chicken party. And for extra bonus points, share that live out. Would mean so much to me. Good to see you guys. Yeah, there's a poll there. And what I mean by the poll is, do you think, in your opinion, just an opinion, do you think that a bear, a fox, a coyote, whatever, wildlife could have been responsible for the reason we haven't found Jack and Lily? And I'll tell you, hey, I see you. Good to see you, Heidi. Crystal, good to see you. There was a lot of comments and text and emails about wildlife, and no, I don't think so. Just my opinion. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. Number one, for many reasons. I believe, remember, they went missing during the daytime, allegedly. Early morning hours, allegedly. They would have been found in that area during the daytime before a bear or something got to them, most likely, right? I mean, is bears out during the daytime? Yeah, they are, but number one, it's two kids, not one kid. And a bear is probably not going to take two kids. A coyote can't, or anything else like that, right? So I knew like we put these things in our mind, and not to be too graphic here, but animals leave a mess, a big mess, a really big mess. And that being said, there would be clothing, right? You would certainly think that the dogs that was out there in the beginning, the air scent dogs would have smelled Jack and Lily if they were, you know, if they would have had to have walked into the woods, number one, right? And number two, you would think there would be the cadaver dogs would have found something in that area, right? So none of that. And there's also clothing that should be left over, a backpack that should be left over. And again, I'm not trying to get too graphic here, but I just want people to use their noggins a little bit. They don't eat everything, clothing, but even you, like if I was attacked by a bear, I'm still going to have my skull remains, right? I'm still going to have my femurs and stuff. They're still going to find that stuff. So yeah, just a little. Right, Canadian, right. So it just doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? Butterflies, you are an OG. I'm sorry, butterflies. Your mom's birthday tomorrow. Love you, Justin and Pearls. You make me feel better. Butterflies, listen. Tomorrow, remind me, and we will do a happy birthday song, a happy heavenly birthday song for your mommy in heaven. Okay? That is rough. I know because I've been there, my friend. And it is tough. It is tough, especially the first year. The first year of grief is the worst. When you lose someone, it does get better. It does. Um, but there's always that part of our heart that's gone forever. But your mama has no pain, no sorrow, and she is going to be having her first heavenly birthday, looking down upon her little butterfly kisses and saying, I love you, baby. So thank you so much for your continued support, Butterfly. All the blessings to you, and we will certainly sing your mama a happy heavenly birthday tomorrow, okay? Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Kelly, that's so kind of you. Thank you so much, my dear. You're very kind. Very, very kind. Good to see you, my friend. And thank you so much, Miss Kelly. I adore you and appreciate you so very much. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our girl Kelly a big, big thank you. Really do appreciate you, Miss Kelly. Love you, girl. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate it very, very much. And Mandy, welcome to the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you, Miss Mandy. Thank you so much. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the Pearl family. Y'all welcome our newest Pearl, Miss Mandy. Thank you so much, Miss Mandy. Really do appreciate your support, my dear. Truly. Thank you so much. And there's Tina, an OG Tina. Linda says the bear story is smoke and mirrors. I agree. I agree as well. I agree as well. I don't know exactly like where it all came from or whatever, but it's I know I always know when like something's going on because I'll get a bunch of comments or I'll get a bunch of text or a bunch of emails or all the above. So all that. So thank you so much, Tina. Really, really do appreciate you, my dear. Uh oh, it's Butterfly's birthday tomorrow. Okay. Well, we will sing Butterfly's birthday tomorrow, and Mama will be here in spirit, right? Mama will be here in spirit. So she's going to be here in spirit. So that's all we need. Daniel, stop. Oh, is Mr. Mathtel blaming the Bears now? Is that what he's doing now? Oh, gosh. Hey, Darcy. Thank you so much, my dear. So good to see you. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. Always good to be here with you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, Darcy. Good to see you, my dear. Really, really do appreciate you. Hopefully, you and yours are well. And thank you so much for being a member. Really do appreciate you. Hey, Marlena, as good to see you, honey. Marlena, she just sent her daughter off to serve our country, our Navy. Thank you. And I know she's a worried mama, but one of my sisters was in the Navy, and it changed her life for the better, all the better. So thank you so much again, Darcy. So good to see you, my friend. Thank you for your support, your love, and all of that. Thank you, dear. Hey, girl, where have you been? How you doing? How you doing, dear? Good to see you, Sin. Thank you so much, honey. How you doing? Everything okay? You all right? Good to see you, babe. I really, really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support and everything you do, my dear. Good to see you. Hey, Cher, you look nice. Oh, I don't feel like I look nice today. I feel like oof, I thought I probably shouldn't even go live. I look really bad, but thank you. The Navy is a snap. No worries. I don't know if it's a snap, Joe, but uh, we need, we are totally indebted to our men and women in the military. So I personally think it was Bigfoot. I think it was Bigfoot that'll be next. Probably. Probably. Hello, JC. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, just about 2 hours ago, um, a new interview dropped and haven't seen it at all. We're going to watch it together and we're going to get to that. Get to that. Hey, Kim, good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, Robin, Peggy, always late. I haven't seen always late in here. Is she in here? Hey, always late. Baba Rose. Good to see you guys. Okay. All right. So this dropped just a little bit ago. I have two great nieces in the military, one Navy, one Army, one Navy. Yeah. Yeah. God bless them. God bless them, men and women. All right. So this just came out a little bit ago. And we're going to watch this also after this live tonight. I will be live again after this. I'm going to be covering, 1 second here. Who are we playing? I got to put this in the description. CBC, Nova Scotia. Okay. All right. I'm going to be doing another live on Stephanie Dameron, who is been missing a year now. And it's a very similar case to Sebastian Rogers, to Jack and Lily, even, and all of that. And so if you're familiar with that case, we're going to be covering it. If you're not familiar with that case, I do hope you watch it because it's the first time her parents has really spoken out in a year other than on a phone call. So, yeah, it's a case that really needs attention for sure. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's get it started. I like Daniel's comment. Well, Daniel is going under he's going under pseudo, or what they call them, sock accounts right now here on YouTube. He had some lovely things to say about me last night. Thank you, Daniel. I'm glad you noticed, honey. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you, Daniel. Let's get on with this. Oh, look at there. Daniel's dirty fingernails. Perfect. All right. Moving forward. Moving forward. Another lie. He said he didn't make fake accounts. Let me tell you something. Daniel is as fake as press on nails. Okay? He's as fake as press on nails, honey. Okay? Don't even play, Daniel. Don't even play. Because, you know, in my opinion, he's living a lie, living, not telling, in my opinion, the truth. So that's right. Everybody tap. Let's have a little ASMR, right? What do they do? The cool kids these days. Sorry. What is that? Brandy in the replay comments on DT. He didn't like my comment, but he asked me to join their side. That was exactly my point. It's not about sides. It's really that is exactly right, Brandy. That's exactly right. There is no side. There is no side. It's about telling the truth for Jack and Lily. Jack and Lily were failed miserably by Malaya and Daniel. Point, period. That's it. That's all, right? Failed. I don't think, and this is the thing that I don't understand, right? We talk about like for the for the people that support Daniel and Malay and all that, you never hear them speak about how they were neglected at best, right? Let's say, like I've said, let's say Daniel and Malaya know zilch about where Jack and Lily are, what happened, or any of that. Let's say that. What about the way those kids were treated? What about that? What about teachers, staff members concerned greatly enough to call? And trust me, Daniel, Malaya, some of us know things. Okay. All right. So, what about that? What about I mean just the night and the morning that they went missing. Even before those kids allegedly walked out the door, they were failed. They were neglected, right? They were neglected. Why? Well, because they slept in the same clothing that they went around in all day long, right? Um, documents, read the documents. Uh, there's no talking about Malaya, Daniel. Nobody talks about dinner, anything that evening. Lily supposedly had a cough that day. No talk about giving her medicine, taking her to the doctor. I mean, to be off for 2 days, you would think it would be quite significant. But when they have missed 41, 42 days of school already, and they wonder why they're behind all of the other kids in school. Well, I can promise that probably no other child there in that very small school missed 41 or 42 days of school when there's no sign of them of, you know, checking on them that morning, getting them breakfast, changing them, anything. Those are red flags, major red flags. Most of us don't sleep when our kids are sick, at least not well, right? Yeah, I agree. Bye bye. I agree. Absolutely agree. There was a file open with CPS. There was. There was. Yeah. Now, what that entails, was it closed? I don't know. I don't remember if it was closed or not, or if they even told us it was closed or not. But regardless, a 4-year-old doesn't have a lot, several black eyes, right? A 6-year-old doesn't have several bruises. I wonder about Lilly. You know, they said she had a bruise when she vanished. Was that why she didn't go to school? Is that why she didn't go to school? Right? It's really sad when you live in Nova Scotia, winters are brutal and they don't have appropriate coats, right? 1,000%. Always late. 1,000%. They're always your babies. Always. Right? It's craziness. Um, Thank you so much, Miss Shannon. Good to see you, my dear. Really do appreciate it. Sorry, guys, I'm babbling. Thank you so much, Shannon. Really good to see you, Mama Sita. Appreciate you. Much love to you, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. Love you, darling. Good to see you. And Mini Panthers, hi, darling. 100% no way animals got killed. No evidence, blood, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. It's just not even an option for me, to be honest with you. Not even an option. There would be so much left over clothing, backpacks, diapers, all that stuff, and scent as well, right? Thank you so much, Minnie. Good to see you, my dear. Lily, thank you so much, my love. Good to see you. Appreciate you. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you thank our gal, Lily. Really do appreciate you, Lily. And thank you so much for being a member here on the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you, love. Did these children take a school bus to school? They did. Yes, they did. They did. Yeah. And, you know, I really believe that, I believe just like in Sebastian's case, I think Sebastian loved school. I believe Jack and Lily probably loved school. Um, it was they got fed there, they got attention and all of that. And so I noticed with the new interview with Daniel, they turned comments off. Zach said, "Oh, imagine that. Imagine that." Okay, here we go.
Walk me through that day. You knew that they were coming, but you didn't know when.
I actually got back from a visit with my daughter, and I come home and the dogs were already, on scene, and they were there for about an hour before I got there. I didn't know the exact day when the arrival was going to happen. It was even a surprise to me, but at the end of the day, everything's ruled out there, and I hope this is speculation,
Nope.
turns elsewhere.
So you arrive home.
Nope, Daniel. First of all, nothing is ruled out. Let's get that straight. Nothing is ruled out. RCMP said nothing is ruled out. Even scent or no scent there, nothing is ruled out. Cadaver dogs going there is not speculation either. So there's that as well, right? Hey, Ash Cash, good to see you. Justin and I got yelled at by Daniel, aka Ron Mexico. Yeah, I wrote him a cute little thing in the community post. Bless her little heart.
After visiting with your daughter,
Mhm.
they're
By her, I
there,
mean Daniel.
and then what happens?
They're there, and then, I walk up, greet them, and meet them for the very first time. It's like, can I come close to you and the dogs? And he said, oh yeah, oh yeah. And then, investigators were there, or one investigator, and, had a conversation with him, and And they were said, look, yeah, we're going to do the property. I said, perfect. Like, let's do every square inch. And that's when it began with, you know, where do you think we should where do you think we should search? And in my mind, that's these guys are the best. They're supposed to be the best. They should
Hold on.
let's
We
do
haven't
every
seen all
square
this.
inch. And that's when it began with, you know,
Hold on.
there. You know, I walk up, greet them, and meet them for the very first time. It's like, you know, can I come close to you and the dogs? And he said, oh yeah, oh yeah. And then, you know, investigators were there, or one investigator, and you know, had a conversation with him, and they were said, look, yeah, we're going to do the property. I said, perfect. Like, let's do every square inch. And that's when it began with, you know, where do you think we should where do you think we should search? And in my mind, that's these guys are the best. They're supposed to be the best. They should have mapped the terrain, looked at satellite imagery, and found every single speck.
You buffoon. You buffoon. They are not saying because they don't know. They're asking you as in a question. What is your opinion on that? It's also an interrogation tactic, right? Just like Daniel, the RCMP also asked you everywhere you went, where do you think the kids would go? Again, they asked you this before. You've said this, right? He never answered Sam. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Chantel, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Joyous, good to see you, love. I see you. Teresa, hello. Lily, you looked up. Why? Oh, he is. He is Voodoo. He is.
On that property that need to be searched. And they should have had, you know, better coordination with reviewing those maps and people involved from the start with search and rescue to determine areas they need to search.
What happened?
Well, Daniel, you're the one that said you were 100% sure. 100% sure, which I have never, ever, 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 ever heard a parent say. Ever. Ever. I'll look at it, Tess. You haven't looked at it yet, honey. So I don't know what the hell he wants. He wants it both ways, I guess.
Happened? Did you tell them where to search or advise them, or what did
Yeah,
you
I
say?
gave them like any indication that, you know, soft grounded areas like the marsh, the ponds, anything like that. But I said, you're welcome to do any.
Soft grounded areas like the marsh, the ponds. Yeah, so you're going to see something new under Daniel's belt. Advisor to the RCMP. Daniel Mathtel, advisor RCMP. Dash MATH.
Anywhere. You know, they did inside the house, they did, I mean, everywhere. Vehicles, they did everything they could in the amount of time that they were given to do it.
So what did they search when they came inside? How did that go?
Well, when they took the dogs, like, inside the house, they ran from one side of the house to the other, waiting for the dogs to, you know, bark or pick up a scent, and nothing was located.
Hey,
Same
boo.
with all the property. There was no indication of anything. They didn't do it once. They took in both dogs. They did the whole thing. They did like up the road. They did the blanket site. They did pipeline where the boot print was found. I mean, they exhausted every single area within Lansdowne.
Yeah, the pipeline trail right here where we're standing.
They did. I mean, they spent every hour they could searching, not, you know, planning or anything like that. I mean, they were boots on the ground, just doing whatever they could.
You were mentioning that you had a bit of a tense reaction with one of the dog handlers. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it was a little bit heartbreaking and saddening to hear what the words that came out of his mouth. And for me, all I was trying to do was ever help. Like that's all I've been doing is cooperating, and to see that and hear that.
Bitch. All right. He says the only thing he's ever done was trying to help. There's more to that. He's not telling us the whole story. He's not telling us the whole story. Not telling us the whole story. Exactly, Joyous. Not telling us the whole story. All I ever wanted to do was try to help. Why they asked you, you said about them, about the stove, that they didn't know what a wood stove was and all that, Daniel. You wouldn't say that all I ever wanted to do was to help. That's not something you would say. There's more to this. There's more to this than he is telling us, y'all. 1,000%, in my opinion, more to this. He is not telling us at all. I hope they have a body camera on them.
I mean, it was pretty saddening.
What did he say?
He said,
Ugh. Ugh.
your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail. And I said to him that
He's not wrong. There isn't enough detail. There isn't enough detail until we actually call out the BS of Thursday and Friday, right? And then you'll make up something else. That's all you do. That's all you do, Daniel.
Thursday was just an ordinary day until I woke up on Friday morning. And that's when
He's looking down. He's
like
thinking.
life changed. There was nothing like life changing on Thursday. It was a normal day.
It was a normal day. A normal day. Just a normal. You're right, AB. It is. It absolutely is. Someone says an ordinary day or a normal day. Red flags should automatically go up. What is an ordinary day? What is an ordinary day? Tell me. Things are different every day for us, right? We have patterns and we have routines. Most people do. I mean, that's if you're not, in active, I mean, even if you're in active addiction, I guess you would have normal, you have a ritual even with, but you don't hear them talking about dinner time, bathing the kids, changing the kids, winding down for the evening, what the kids said. You don't hear a single word. Has Daniel or Malaya ever mentioned a single word Jack or Lily said on Thursday? A single word. Now, Daniel recently added to his morning that Lily comes in there and says, "Hey, Daddy," or "Hey, Dad," right? But Daniel likes to go to the documents, so we'll go to the documents, Daniel. You said they didn't say a single word in the document, Daniel. What was Jack and Lily? What were they talking about? What did they do that day? I mean, what were they doing? Were they fussy? Were they in a good mood? Were they laughing? Were they joking with each other? What were they doing? Right? What were they doing? Thank you so much, Miss Kelly. Appreciate you very much. Still believe this happened Thursday night, not Friday. Yep. Yep. And in my assumption of this, Daniel says, he's going to say right here that the investigator says something happened Thursday night. And if that is true, we're on the same page as the investigator, right? These two RCMP who came from another area, right? They are still RCMP. Still RCMP. And they don't believe Daniel, apparently. Because if they're saying something happened Thursday night, well, they don't believe you. Daniel, how does that, like, think about this. That agent apparently didn't believe you, as you're saying. Everyone around you, right? Malaya's, I'll call her stepdad, what all that. He said before he even got there, he said, Daniel. He said, Daniel. Most of us, if someone we loved, child went missing, God forbid, and we went to their house, right? Most of us would not be blaming someone at the house, right? Most of us would not be blaming someone at the house because it's just not even, we can't even think about, something like that, like someone doing something to a child, unless we know about them, right? There's been trouble in the past, that kind of thing. They're strung out. They are always up to no good, controlling, right? So why was Malaya's family coming for Daniel? Not even 24 hours being there. That's a big accusation, especially so quickly. Big accusation for Malaya's family to make, right? That's a big accusation, claiming he allegedly hurt the kids. And face to face, right there, calling you out. But they did. But they did. And Belinda, when she said Malaya left, you just hear Belinda, bless her heart, her soul just break. When she knew Malaya left, she knew they weren't there. Right? So everybody is looking at the two because there is too many red flags there. Too many red flags, right? A relationship on the rocks, right? Financial trouble. Allegedly, Malaya got her check taken away because they were allegedly claiming too many kids. Daniel can't do his taxes, allegedly. And then you've got CPS, the kids showing up with bruises and allegedly no coats and all that, right? This, there's about to be a split up, right? And if you're on rugs and you're a controlling person who Malaya says, Daniel said it's me or your friends, and no friends was, she had to give up all of her friends except for one, and she didn't see, these are her words, and she didn't see that friend or talk to that friend very often whatsoever, right? I just listed 9 things right there of red flags. 9 things. And you're okay. First of all, when someone goes missing, especially a child, goes missing, well over 90% of the time, it is someone in the house. Someone in the house, or they know. Family, lover, friend, acquaintance. Someone they know. Off the bat, before I tell you about those 9 things, and that's just off the top of my head. I could do way more. Hey, Tammy. And you're wondering why people question you, Daniel? And that's not even talking about how we have been able to prove that you have said multiple and complete opposite about the same thing, about the same question. You will say something complete opposite. And then the next day, say something else. He likes to control. That's the reason this mother chicken, in my opinion, is talking, because he likes to control the narrative, number 1, and he's doing a really shitty job at that, number 2. But number 3, he's doing this, in my opinion, only for himself. Malaya is quiet. She is not the type of person that she's not a control freak whatsoever. So she sits back and is quiet, which is another huge red flag. A mother, I don't care how quiet. I don't care what their personality is. When their child is missing, they look. They look. They are proactive. It doesn't mean she's out here, you know, climbing mountains and forest and all that. But she's there to answer questions for the media. She's there to make sure Jack and Lily's name doesn't fall in the headlines. Right? Because there's a lot of people that go missing. And tomorrow it's going to be someone else. It's always someone else, unfortunately. And a mother is there. Well, we haven't found them. We can't give up. I need you guys to still watch out for Jack and Lily. Belinda, bless her heart, she says, my biggest fear is that they'll be forgotten. That's the right answer. That's the right answer. Right? That's it. Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate you very much, my dear. Good to see you, my love. And Mini Panthers, thank you so much. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He certainly is. He is. I'll just say not certainly. Forgive me. Allegedly, he is. Allegedly, he is. But yes, I know for sure that he was on stress leave for that one day of work. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mini Panthers. Appreciate you, dear. Thank you so much. Canadian cookie. There's my cookie, my Canadian cookie. Thank you so much for gifting 2 pearl necklaces, my friend. Good to see you, and thank you so very much. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you thank our dear Canadian cookie. Good to see you, Miss Canadian Cookie. Thank you so much, love. And Mini Panthers, thank you again. In my opinion, they used the kids to live off government. Then they messed that up. The stress likely was off the charts and recent, having to actually provide for them. Yes. Yep. I agree. I agree. Even Janie said they were going through financial difficulties. Probably what Daniel made with his, I call it unemployment. I don't know what you guys call it there. Was probably spent up in a couple days. They probably had literally zero money if it wasn't for Patty. Zero. Right? Because Malaya wasn't working. She wasn't getting a check from what I think for 5 or 6 months. 5 or 6 months. Right? Enough money for vapes. Well, no, that went on Patty's dime. I don't get it. They pay one bill. Well, I get it. I'll tell you why. Because of the math. This is the time where the math, pun intended, adds up. Right? Well, they say that Malaya's, I call him stepdad, Wade, says that. Wade explained in, we should probably go back and listen to that sometimes, that he said, and this is his claim, that they allegedly registered 5 kids, and that's why Daniel couldn't do his taxes. Right, because it's always a year behind. Owns the land from what the article said. Just have to pay tax. Yeah, they only had an electric bill, not beer, bill. That's it. They didn't have a car payment. Might have had insurance. Do you have to have insurance in Canada? Auto insurance? That's it. I mean, they should, for them to not have to pay rent and have to pay one bill, they should have lived comfortably. Comfortably. Right? They didn't have credit card bills. They didn't have these, car payments. They didn't have, gas and water and all of this stuff. None of that. It's illegal to drive with no insurance, yeah. Which their insurance probably wasn't that much because Daniel doesn't even have a driver's license. I doubt he has insurance. Well, I think he does have a driver's license, doesn't he?
So, therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day
1 second.
until Friday morning.
So he was mentioning something along
Hold
the lines
on.
of something happened
What?
Thursday.
There was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day until Friday.
There was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day. That's not the point, Daniel. The point is you tell them every detail about what happened that day. Right? And this is the thing. It's hard for people to make up lies because you have to think about it. You have to think about each and everything you are planning in that lie. So if you're planning a lie about Thursday and you're going to say, well, we had dinner at 9:00. Great. What did you have for dinner? We had baked beans, a casserole, this. Okay, cool. Go to Malaya. Ask her what did y'all have for dinner? Right? It's very hard. It's very hard. And it's harder to remember it, and it's even harder to make it make sense when you press against it. What man doesn't work? Sorry to be rude, but there's like gas stations. No, I agree. I mean, listen, if you are a man and you have kids, work. Take care of your kids. Period. Period. There's a lot of struggling moms out there. Dads won't pay a damn thing because why? You know what I mean? They're struggling off their ass already. Uh, you make kids, you take care of them. I don't care if you got to stand on the street. I don't give a damn. Wash windows, something. I could I don't understand how people just sit there and just think like how do you not take care of your kids? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to me. Like, do what you got to do. Uh, build little things of income, right? Do this on the side, do this on the side, do this on the side. And they all come in and it becomes a bigger income, right? That's you got to build different paths of revenue. And Daniel, he had more than enough time, but this is the problem, in my opinion. Whenever you have an addiction of any kind, it's hard to work. It's hard to work. Why? Why is it hard to work? Because it gets in the way, right? Gets in the way. You might wake up sick. You might have to drive 50 miles at the blink of a hat to go meet someone you don't know to get whatever, right? There's a lot of variables. A lot of variables. And that's why many people who do street rugs, they're always on the road. Always on the road. Always, always, always on the road. They wake up in the morning and work to just stay not sick, really, after an extended period of time. They just, just chasing the, was it called chasing the dragon? Is that what it's called or something like that? So,
Morning.
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened Thursday night,
Yeah.
and your story isn't matching up.
Yeah, well, it not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him personally. And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once. And that kind of alarmed me, or, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details. So therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details. So you shouldn't try to force something on me without knowing.
oh my God. See, this is the first time this whole thing has came out. Is Daniel pretending to be the victim here? The victim is Jack and Lilly. Let's get that straight, Daniel. And you should do everything in your power, sir, to meet the need of the RCMP. Everything within your power to meet the needs of the RCMP. Period. Absolutely, period. What do you need? What can I do? What do you need from me so we can get as much information so you can find what happened to Jack and Lilly? It's a deflect, yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. Mini Panthers, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. In my opinion, they used the kids to live off the government, then they messed that up. The stress likely was off the charts and resented having to actually provide for them. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. That's a really interesting comment. Um, which is a very 1 second. Can y'all hear me? But that's a really interesting observation in Philistine. Can y'all hear me and see me okay? It's craziness. I don't know what the hell's going on with the internet or something. I don't know what it is, but it just goes out for a second. Thank you so much, Mini Panthers. Good to see you. Oh, Miss Joyous. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Mr. and Mrs. Joyous. Thank you so incredibly much. I cannot thank you enough, Mr. and Mrs. Joyous. Truly, thank you so very, very much, my friends. That is incredibly generous, and I appreciate you immensely, both of you. Thank you again so much. I love you guys. You know that, though. Good to see you. Yeah, I was in Smiley's earlier. She was on a members only, and it was buffering, and I text her and saying that, but I don't know. I want to hear this part again, though. 1 second.
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened Thursday night,
Yeah.
and your story isn't matching up.
Yeah, well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him.
Okay. Daniel says here. What do you mean black screen? You just see a black screen for me? Is that what you mean? Daniel says something very interesting here. He says, not just your black screen, Justin. No, it's probably black for you. Go out and come back in. It does that, especially on your phone. Sometimes you have to go back out and come back in. Sometimes my entire screen will be black, like when I'm watching someone, and I have to go back out and come back in. Okay, just making sure. Thank you guys. What was I going to say? Oh, Daniel says something very interesting here. He says, no, not just matching up. Not just matching up. So apparently, the way Daniel's talking about it is, well, yeah, it wasn't matching up, but, and then he's going to say, what else?
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened Thursday night,
Yeah.
and your story isn't matching up.
Yeah, well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him personally.
Detail.
And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once. And that kind of alarmed me, or, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details. So therefore,
Daniel, you're really saying that the RCMP sent other people from the RCMP there, and they know nothing about the case? He doesn't know the details? You poor thing. You poor thing if you think people's going to believe that. You don't think they're in Canada themselves. You don't think they've been watching this from the get-go, and as national media, 1, and 2, being in the RCMP, and 3, being put on the case, trying to get me to admit to something that right here, and they don't know any details. Then how could they get you to admit to something they know nothing about, right? They would have to know the case to get you to admit to specific things, right? They would have to call your bluff if they know you're lying or think you're lying. Does he not think of this shit? Does he not think of this? I can't with this dude.
My Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details. So you shouldn't try to force something on me.
Shit. Sorry, I was muted. Sorry. All right. Right here.
And they don't know any details. So therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details.
He says your knowledge of the case didn't have any details. Daniel, you provide them the details. First of all, you and Malaya and Janie, y'all provide them of the details. Okay. Then you provide them of the details. Then they find evidence, right? Any sort of evidence. And if something doesn't match, they'll say the details that you provided us and this evidence here doesn't match. Could you explain this? Explain this, right? They don't give you details. You give them details. These are your stepchildren. Okay? That's it. That's all. He doesn't have to give you details about the case that he is there working, whether there's a suspect or no suspect or children just walked out. That's not the way it works, Daniel. I can't, y'all. Daniel is the worst kind of he is so manipulative. I honest to God, I pity any woman that has ever dated this man at all. I do. I do. I feel sorry for Malaya in that aspect, even. I don't, as far as Malaya with their kids and stuff like that, but there is nothing that will convince me otherwise that she was not fucking manipulated and controlled. There is nothing. She was manipulated and controlled. Yes. But when it comes to her kids, there should be nothing that can control you as far as the way the kids are treated. But as far as her personal relationship, oh yeah. He is methed up. Methed up. METH.
So you shouldn't try to force something on me without knowing any of the background.
Did he make any accusations at you?
Yeah, he did. He said that
He's uncomfortable. He's wobbling side to side. He's got his arms closed off, right? And Janie backs him up. Well, I mean, where do you think he learned it from? Where do you think he learned it from? I mean, did you see the way Daniel's dad came out and a guy walking in the road. What was his name walking in the road? I forget his name. Good, the one with the horse trailers. It's very defensive. Uh, and you see Janie, she is always angry. Tint, thank you, Joyous. Always angry. Janie is always talking like this, like she's ready to. She should have been in WCW or Hulk or something like that. It doesn't matter what she's talking about. She's just always loud, like how he approached him. Yeah, like this. Like, I get it. Janie talks in caps lock. Yeah, Zach. Yeah. Like, I get it. I understand. Uh it's not um a fun thing to deal with. I completely understand that. But you've also got to understand whenever your son and Janie are saying different things, completely different things, and you question that and they get mad and you're just trying to help find Jack and Lily, send it out to the world. Jack and Lily are missing and you want to get the story straight and they get mad about that. That's a red flag. It's a red flag. Right? Like, why wouldn't you want to clear something up? Why wouldn't you want to clear something up? Well, I know why, in my opinion at least. Because hiding something, in my opinion. I don't know what exactly. Can't say. I have opinions.
Um, Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. And I asked them, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. Like,
All right. This is really good, guys. I'm sorry, but he's talking about, again, Thursday night, the RCMP guy is saying they think something happened Thursday night. We have always said we believe something happened Thursday night. That would also, in my opinion, if what Daniel is saying is true about this RCMP guy saying this, something happened Thursday night. Well, then, crap. Friday morning, there would be, or sorry, yeah, after midnight, there would be, potentially a lot of 5-speed cars going in and out of the driveway throughout the night, right? All right, I'm gonna play this. I got to change my battery. 1 second.
we just spent the last 20 minutes talking, and there's not enough detail because I thought it was an ordinary day. In the end, like, cadaver dogs were there, they went through, and the story continues. In conclusion to all this, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I'm still helping investigators at every turn we could possibly think of. And hopefully we see some kind of resolution soon, or some kind of outcome that's positive.
How's that communication in your relationship with RCMP now, 5 months later, and then given that interaction a few weeks ago?
At this point, I go to them. They don't ever come to me. It's just like I have to contact them, I have to go to them, and it's been like that for a little while now because
Hey guys,
I've given them so many leads.
give me 2 seconds. I just got to refresh and I'll be right back. Okay, 1 second. Let me just turn this on. There we go. Okay, 1 second. Okay, let me pop this up and then I'll turn my camera on. Sorry about that. Daniel said there should be a positive resolution soon. What did he say? How did he say it?
Hopefully we seem kind of in they went through, and the story continues. In
Story.
conclusion to all this,
This is not a story. This is not a story for you, Daniel. It's not a story for me. It's not a story for anyone. These are two children missing. Two children, two human beings that breathe air, that you say, and Malaya was laughing and giggling that morning. And it's not a story. A story is something usually people make up.
there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I'm still helping investigators at every turn.
You see, he wants it both ways. I'm still helping investigators at every turn. The investigator just said he needed your help. He just said he needed your help for you to explain things that morning or that evening. And you said, I can't remember. It's just an ordinary day. Well, tell us about your ordinary fucking day. You can remember that you did a fence. Why can't you really talk about the evening when you allegedly went inside? Okay, Sassy, thank you. Oh, completely. Completely. In my opinion, there is no way in hell the RCMP, just my opinion, not a fact, believes this guy right here. Not a chance. Not a chance. Yes, he always he knows his days.
You could possibly think of, and
Everything you could possibly think of. Now, let me tell you what an oxymoron this guy is. Okay. This guy says giving them everything I can possibly think of. And he says, and I've got the messages, if you've watched me every time, you'll know, but Daniel has said he has notebooks filled going minute by minute. But yet he seemed to can't go minute by minute Thursday. Why is that? Why is that, Daniel? Your words say you go minute by minute filling notebooks up, but you can't even give some more details on the evening, Thursday evening, because it was just a normal day. Got it. Notebooks filled minute by minute of files on us and ours. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing from Thursday night to Friday morning. There is nothing. Yeah. Hit the nail on the head again, Justin. Yeah. He's ridiculous.
hopefully we see some kind of resolution soon, or some kind of outcome that's positive.
How's that?
You see, he gives a face. It's a split second.
Outcome that's positive.
How's that communication?
Outcome that's positive.
How's that communication in your
Charles is
relationship
the-
with RCMP now, 5 months later, and then given that interaction? a few
So
weeks
full of
ago.
shit.
At this point, I go to them. They don't ever come to me. It's just like I have to contact them. I have to go to.
Okay, again, Daniel wants the people to believe they don't come to me. They're not interested in me. They don't come to me anymore. I'm the one that goes to them, right? People who have nothing to do with it, they don't go to the RCMP. They run away from the RCMP. No, not necessarily. Not if they're A, trying to control the narrative, B, trying to see where their spidey senses are, and if they're paranoid, right? And again, what is the overall thing that the family said on Saturday? Daniel was running around because they said he was on rugs. That's what the person said in that recording that was there. I can't remember Malaya's, I think it's stepsister. And because he was saying, I'm the one doing all the work. I'm the one doing this. I'm the one doing that. And they said, we were all doing things, he said, but we just weren't running around like a chicken with our heads cut off because we weren't on rugs. Haley, thank you, Mohawk. So, it's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. He wants to um he's a very conflicted person, in my opinion. All right, here we go.
Them, and it's been like that for a little while now, because I've given them so many leads, and there's only so.
Oh wow, guys, that is breaking news. What? Breaking news tonight, Daniel Mathel says that he has given the RCMP so many breaking leads. Let's hear what he has to say.
Much I can do. I was told not to pursue any leads, so I'm not the one who's going to be going out there investigating.
Why do you?
Yes, he gave the RCMP so many leads. Well, for him to have so many leads, right? He's got to know something, right? Am I wrong? Tell me. For him to give the art Joyce, I can't roll him back in my head far enough, I'm telling you. To give so many leads, how the hell does he know this? How does he know this? I mean, remember him and Dirtwood was, building this narrative that Malaya was giving out her kids on the side of the road. It's insanity. It's absolutely insanity. Enoch, thank you, my friend. So good to see you. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate you, darling. How you doing, Miss Enoch? Thank you so much, my friend, for your support. Really do appreciate that. And thank you so much for being a member. My love, good to see you. Really is pleasure, my dear. Hey, Karen, thank you so much for 18 months. Coming in clutch, girl. You're an OG, Miss Karen. Love you, sweeties. God forgive me when I see this guy. I think of werewolf. I don't know why. Yeah. I understand. I get it. I get it. I see it too. I also see, what do they call the gothic farmer with, they're like standing like with the pitchfork beside of them, or like the hoe or the shovel, and they're like that. Uh, so I get it. Um, I also see with him, I think it's called Planet of the Apes. one of those characters as well. When they're on the beach and she's like, "But I love you," and he goes, "But you're so damned ugly." Thank you so much, Miss Karen. Appreciate you. Good. Oh, thank you so much, Karen. Appreciate you. I'll never understand why lovely people are taken from us and allowed to keep walking among us. God takes the great ones, I guess. I don't understand. I don't understand it either. To be honest with you, I don't understand why kids have to suffer just being born. American Gothic, that's it. Thank you. You know what I mean? Just being born. I'm sorry, guys. I make inappropriate jokes sometimes. I apologize. I shouldn't even have said that about Daniel. I get convicted, but I have to have some humor. If I don't, I lose my shit. I apologize. I apologize, Daniel, even for that. Um, oh Lord, why do you got to convict me sometimes? Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you so much. Hey, Mini Panthers, thank you, love. According to Jamie, his kids aren't allowed there. Why? Because of CPS. That's why. CPS. Hey, Lakeside, good to see you, baby. Jokes are the best. I know, but I shouldn't have said that. Guys, hit the thumbs up. We got 505 likes. Let's get to 1,000. Come on, so we can have a party. But that's why. That's why, Minnie. That's why. Thank you, baby. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Oh, Lakeside, thank you, honey. Justin, your sarcasm is hilarious from the bushes. Thank you, Lakeside, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you. I try not to be ugly, but gosh, it's hard sometimes. It is. It is. We all fall short. That is for sure. And I know I do, especially when we're in our emotions. But I don't think there is anything, and this is what I say. I can honestly get along with anybody, except for people who hurt children, animals, someone that is mentally or physically not, you know, challenged. You know, I think those are the ugliest people ever. That's the ugliest people ever, because you pick on someone who is less, right? Not as less than human, but doesn't have the same abilities as you, right? And that's why I get fired up over these cases. You're lying on a 4 and a 6-year-old who did nothing but try to survive. That's it. That's all. That's all. And so I think that's really ugly. Lying on a 4 and a 6-year-old. They shouldn't be out there wherever the hell they are right now. You're just doing it out of your own selfishness to keep your ass out of trouble.
Pursue leads, because you're still out there talking to people and finding out new details.
By pursuing leads, they mean if I have a lead, I don't track it down in person. But yeah, like, I'm still open to talk to the public. I have no fake accounts. I don't have.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Daniel. You are lying. You are lying. They're coming after you, Daniel. Daniel.
Honestly, Daniel, I swear to God, if you make it onto the world's dumbest criminals, you know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'll be amazed if you turn out to be innocent, and then you've totally made yourself always look guilty. That's on you, to be honest, and the circus that's happened. Okay.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit?
He is so bullshitting right there. Why even say that, Daniel? Why even say that? Why would you say that on a national interview? I don't even have fake accounts. You valuable screen time that you could be talking about Jack and Lily's disappearance. But notice this entire interview is about him. It's not about Jack and Lily. It's about the things that they're asking me and that I can't provide for them. But I provide everything for them. I want to talk about me, want to talk about Toby Keith. That's the song for him. It's all about him. It's all about him. I don't have fake accounts. You're wasting that on a world wide interview. Right? Worldwide interview.
Anything that would be not under my name. Like I go fully into every comment with my name present. So I have nothing to hide. People are free to message me whenever, and people are free to discuss anything they want with me.
You don't answer,
Any
Daniel.
angle, any
You don't
perspective that they
answer.
have, I'm open to it. And I will pass it along to investigators. Any people are free to discuss anything they want with me. Any angle, any perspective that they have.
No, that's bullshit. You do not speak to anyone that doesn't scratch your ass and stroke your ego. Bullshit, Daniel. You won't take an interview from me. You won't take an interview from Deception Detective. You won't take an interview from anyone that will ask you a legitimate question and a follow-up. You won't. Now, you'll go into a chat room where, in my opinion, they stroke your ego a little bit and doesn't really question you on what you said previously and previously on the same topic and previously, 3 different things that are completely different on the same topic.
I'm open to it. And I will pass it along to investigators if it's a solid perspective. Every tip matters. All 800 and almost 900 of them matter.
Do you find that engaging helps for you?
It doesn't help me mentally, that's for sure, but I still do it. I'm basically desensitized to all judgment at this point. So if anybody has anything, you can just come to me or.
All right, good. Watch this. Watch this. Hey, Daniel, period. It's Justin from Clutch Them Pearls, period. I hear in the interview that you're desensitized now and you'll take any question. Am I right? Question mark. There you go. Just text him. We'll see if he responds.
You can go to major crimes. You can go to your local police department. They'll pass along tips, or Crime Stoppers. Because this whole situation has drug on for way too long, and it's absolutely destroying everyone involved.
So what does this tell you now that the cadaver dogs were in, they didn't find anything? Do you think like the part on the woods, do you think that's case closed?
It should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start. Because
What?
with the amount of resources the
Hold the fuck on.
destroying everyone involved.
So what does this tell
The department, they'll pass along tips, or Crime Stoppers. Because this whole situation has drug on for way too long, and it's absolutely destroying everyone involved.
So what does this tell you now that the cadaver dogs were in, they didn't find anything? Do you think like the part on the woods, do you think that's case closed?
It should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start.
So what does this tell you now that the cadaver dogs were in, they didn't find anything? Do you think like the part on the woods, do you think that's case closed?
Am I hearing this
It
right?
should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start. Because with the amount of resources, the technology, and the amount of searchers, and everyone deployed in that first...
It should have been case closed from the start. You had to smoke a hot pipe. You had to have smoked a hot pipe there, Daniel. There is no way a normal person would say that. There is no way a normal person would say that. Case closed from... It should have been case closed from the very start. I didn't do nothing, y'all. This case needs to be closed. What about Jack and Lilly, Daniel? Have you heard him say Jack or Lilly? What about Jack and Lilly? I don't think it should be case closed until we find them, until those that did something or that person that did something is held accountable. I don't know of any person that says a case should be closed whenever they don't have two human beings, a 4 and a 6-year-old, preschool and kindergarten. I know you would like it wrapped up, though. I would like it wrapped up as long as they're found. And whoever did it held accountable. I've played this 3 or 4 times back because I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, am I hearing that? Am I hearing that right? He is.
The technology, it should...
Anything? Do you think like the part on the woods, do you think that's case closed?
It should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start. Because with the amount of resources, the technology, and the amount of searchers, and everyone deployed in that first initial search, that was a lot. That was an 8-kilometer radius outwards. And
So the first time, it should have been case closed. This is the 3rd time they went back in there. 3rd time they went back in there. See if he messaged me. He's watching. I know the fuck he is. No, he didn't. But I checked my message and it says, be aware of scams. I'm going to screenshot that for later. It was delivered, Daniel. Just want to let you know it was delivered. Waiting for you, honey. It's to my understanding that the initial search was 2 kilometers, not 8. So I think how they do that is it was more than 2 kilometers. I can't, um, 1 second. We'll check it out. I just cannot believe he says this shit right now.
What does this tell you now that the cadaver dogs were in, they didn't find anything? Do you think like the part on the woods, do you think that's case closed?
It should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start, because with the amount of resources and technology and
Hey,
amount of
Brandon.
searchers and everyone deployed in that first initial search, that was a lot. That was an 8-kilometer radius outwards. And
Parents who have a missing child, or in this case, children, you could not even utter that the case closed, or utter that should have been it, like he said, or Mohawk 6 kilometers, that's what it was, or like Don Wells says, they're limping, I feel sorry for them. You're grateful for them, right? But that's what they do. And you would be begging them to continue, not to stop. Don't give up. Don't stop until you find what happened. You're their biggest cheerleader as a parent, right? Don't give up. Search as much as you can. Why aren't you searching more? That's what most parents are saying. Why aren't you searching more? Not case closed. Should have been from the get-go since the first time they searched. Don't blame me, right? I helped the RCMP. Should have been case closed. You're a faggot dick.
it's just
Daniel.
the amount of money and people's time, injuries that were sustained during that. It's just
Holy shit. What did I tell you? I've not seen this. What did I tell you? Don Wells, they're out there, they're limping, they're tired. I feel sorry for him. Daniel has actually made a comment similar when they were out there. He said they can't search forever. That's what Daniel said. He's like, they can't search forever. Can't search forever. Parents who truly don't know where their kids are, we will never stop looking. We will never stop searching. We will never quit until we find them. That is a promise. Seth Rogers says that. That's what he hopes, Roxy, in my opinion. He did in the very beginning. Daniel said, yeah. He said, I'll search the rest of my life. Yeah. Like that. But when you also say,
people should have just opened their eyes to see that we need to look elsewhere. I pointed many fingers, and I think that's where the people should look.
Not here.
Not here.
Oh, that's a big accusation. This is a bombshell interview.
Elsewhere. Just open their eyes to see that we need to look elsewhere. I pointed many fingers, and
I pointed many fingers. Many fingers. I got you, Sassy. Wow. Okay. I pointed many fingers.
I think that's where the people should look.
I think that's where people should look. Daniel uh has, and I've got it all in text. He is begging people to don't look at me, look over there. And that's why he has said this. I can show you the text message. People aren't looking at me now. They're going after Malaya. Well, no. First of all, you guys have the same fucking alibi, Daniel. Right? You guys are going down with each other, essentially, if you have the same alibi and nobody's coming up to tell the fucking truth. Number one. Right? Number two, you were the one that supposedly went to bed a lot later in the night than Malaya. So you tell me, you said Malaya is in the bed when you go lay down. You're the one that said, I'll visit Malaya in prison with Meadow. He wants to blame anybody except himself. But he specifically, in my opinion, he wants to blame Malaya, the neighbor, and Malaya's sister. Is it Haley? Haley? Does Malaya have family that doesn't live on the reservation with property? Yes. Hey, Kathy, how are you doing, honey? How's everything going with you? I was thinking about you. Is everything okay with you? Did cadaver dogs search inside of trailer? Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep. But 5 months later, 5 months later, and with their little bodies, um, if in my opinion they were taken out quickly, it's not they're not going to get anything. Not going to get anything. Daniel is right. They need to look elsewhere because they were taken elsewhere Thursday night. That part is right, Bobby. Yes, that part is right. They do need to look elsewhere. They do need to look elsewhere. Because I don't think they're in that area right there. But when he is saying, not that I'm aware of, Kelly, not that I'm aware of. Hey, whispering, Donna, good to see you. Not that I'm aware of, babe. Think they should. But when he says looking elsewhere, in my opinion, he's meaning, he said, I'm pointing fingers. We know who he's pointing fingers at. The dogs should have been there in the first 3 to 7 days for optimum. And that's if they were inside for at least 4 or 5 hours. If Sebastian or Jack and Lily wasn't in that house, in their house for 4 or 5 hours, you're not going to get a scent. You're not going to get a scent. I'm telling you right now. Yep.
Not here.
Not here. Not in the woods. The fingers have been pointed. Let's start taking a look.
What's going through your mind as you see their picture every day still?
It's just heartbreaking to know that 5 months have passed and school started, the summer ended. Like, this should be a chance for kids to be interacting and doing kid things, enjoying their lives as kids. You know, like, it's not just all the kids that miss them from school and community, and at this point the whole country that
Miss them. Miss them. Not Jack or Lily. Daniel, in my opinion, specifically doesn't like to talk about Jack. That's a trigger for him. Specifically. So there's that. Oh, thank you, Miss Karen. Thank you, sweetsies. Really do appreciate you, Mama Chica. Thank you, love. Love you, Miss Karen. You're an OG. Thank you, love. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our gal Karen a big, big, big thank you. Karen, you've been with me forever, and I so appreciate you, Mama. Thank you so much, truly. You're just so sweet. Thank you, love. What was it? Yes, because when he speaks about Jack, he starts to cry. Yeah, I think it's yeah, he did. I think he did cry when he starts talking about Jack. I think it brings something up. And what did Mohawk say? Daniel does not like natives, and neither does his family, but he was pissed that Meadow does not qualify for a status card. Yeah, because of a check. That's why. It's nothing more than a check for him, in my opinion. Kathleen, do I think he will be arrested? I think if they're found, yes. I think if they have enough, yes, but I think it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard because they didn't, that we're aware of at least. Certainly hope so. I pray to God in heaven so. But if they have no phones, they clearly didn't take. I'm hoping he took a burner. Or if they don't offer Malaya a deal, or they don't have something. Not looking good.
know they're missing. It's just like I have kids too that know that they're missing too, and like
You think?
that's heartbreaking for them. Like Meadow doesn't understand, but one day she will, and she knows that Dad spoke up for Jack and Lily when no one else would.
When no one else would? You spoke up for Jack and Lily when no one else would? No. No, Daniel. You spoke up for yourself. The kids looked neglected. All three of them looked neglected. Filth, dirt. God knows what was going on in that house. You know what? This is the thing. People attack Belinda because, oh, well, she wasn't there for 2 years. Had nothing to do with Belinda. Had nothing to do with Belinda. I know you like to use that, Daniel, but you know what? It was because of your controlling ass. That's why. You didn't want anyone coming around to your rat's nest. You didn't want anyone around Malaya at all. You wanted to be in control. So don't give me that. Belinda has been the one and the only fucking one that has spoke truth to all of y'all's bullshit combined, you, Malaya, Janie, all of them that's spoken, she is the one that has spoken truthful. She is the one that has showed more emotion in one fucking interview and talks about Jack and Lilly, not herself or how even her son is clear, right? She could be talking all the time. Well, my son, we know he's clear. Uh, he didn't do anything. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. She could be doing that. People in crime who have nothing to hide nothing. Nor do they give a rat's ass about it, Daniel. Nor do they give a rat's ass about it. Okay? Jack and Lily's dad could be up here saying things. He could be saying, "Oh, well, don't blame me. Don't blame me." They know they didn't do anything. They just want them found. Bingo peas. The truth doesn't change and add new details months later, Daniel. Yeah. Like Jack saying, "Hi, Dad," or "Hi, Daddy." And then in the documents, Daniel says, "Didn't say a word. Didn't say a word." Say it louder for those in the back. It's just frustrating to me that, people will say Belinda, well, she didn't see the kids for 2 years. She didn't see the kids for 2 years because Malaya told her that she wasn't allowed to go around them or anything. And Daniel didn't want anyone there. That's why. Right? And people use that against Belinda. And I think that's bullshit. I think that is absolute bullshit. Belinda loves her grandchildren more than anything. And Belinda is the type of generation that you don't want to get in the middle of someone's relationship. She's just that type of person. That's just that generation. And you just respect whatever's going on in her new relationship. And that's just the way it is. Thank you, Mini Panthers. In my opinion, all three kids had failure to thrive due to lack of care, hygiene, proper food and nutrients. Math man's milking the stress. Leave. What a sorry excuse. Yep, I agree. I agree. I mean, how long is he going to be doing this before he goes back to work? You know what I mean? Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. Sweet Minnie. Thank you, love. What is it? Oh, thank you, Joyous. Thank you, Lovey. We all know if Meadow was gone, we'd see a very different Daniel. Daniel just doesn't get it. Belinda is the only true blue person in this case. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And let me tell you something. I don't know Belinda. I don't know Belinda, but I know when someone is being true. And Belinda reminds me of one of my aunts. Just the way she acts and even the way she looks. Like, she looks like one of my aunts. And Belinda is just as warm and wholesome and as good of a human being as you could get. I'm going to cry. And she's not used to this stuff. You know what I mean? Like she's not used to, she lives a quiet life, right? The What's important to Belinda is just her home and her family, right? And she's not ever had to be loud in front of the world for anything probably like this. And she just wants to know where they put her grandbabies, right? Where did they place these children so we can get them? I mean, there's a very, 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 very small possibility that they're alive. Belinda has, realized this, and she believes that she doesn't believe they're alive anymore either. But all a person wants at this point is to get them wherever they are disposed of or thrown away so we can put them in a place where they can have some dignity that those two fuckheads never gave them, and let justice prevail. Right? And I am really proud of Belinda because I know this is totally out of her comfort zone. But she's really done a great job. She really has. All right. This is Major
Dogs that are
Crimes.
trained.
Give me 1 second because I've got some emails I've got to get to. Sassy. Which email, baby? Which email, okay? Yes. We're going to talk. I got an email about Brittany Gard. She was found 2.5 miles away from her home, and something's weird. Something's going on because they said in Brittany Gard's case, the woman in Indiana, that her house was on fire, that there's no suspect or anything. I know, Valerie. Never noticed a massive pile of dirty besides the RV before. Hold on, what is this? Oh my God, I'm watching The Love of the Bushes because I'm driving, but it looks like Daniel in this interview. 1 second. It's been brought to my attention that. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what you're talking about. Muted. Okay, welcome. All right. Let's carry on with this. What's going on? 2 miles from her home. Oh, she was found 2.5 miles from her home. She called from her cell phone. That pile of wood under the swing, Janie said she heard the kids playing on the swings. Bullshit. They weren't playing on the swings. It's all made up. That entire thing, that's why we can poke so many holes in it, right? That's why Daniel says, Mom came out because she heard me screaming. Janie said, I didn't come out because I heard him screaming. He screams all the time. I came out when I saw Malaya. And that's why uh, just all kinds of things you can dice up on there. Daniel goes up the hill. He comes back down. Janie says she comes out, looks at Malaya. She goes up the hill and comes back down. And then she goes out back to look for Jack and Lily, doesn't take her phone. And then suddenly Daniel's back there, which he couldn't have taken his car back there. So how the fuck did Daniel get back there? It's insane. Oh yeah, she's still alive. They found her alive. They I don't want to get, but yeah, they found the woman alive in Indiana. All right. Couple things here. Have y'all seen the major crimes? Y'all seen the major crimes one yet? The one here? Hold on one sec. Let's see here. Hunter S. did a great job. He always does a good job. I love his work. Give me one second. Lilly and Jack Sullivan's Day on Thursday. I think we need to focus on Thursday and Thursday night because if you remember, I'm going to go back to when I first started talking about Jack and Lily because I have some of them on unlisted or private. But I remember getting information about that there was a fight Thursday between people on the property. Sassy said terror email? What does that mean? Terror email. What does that mean? Yeah, there was no. Yep, I remember that. Warm, honest, and sweet Belinda. Even her name is lovely. Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. The joke email. Oh, this is the terror awaits. I'll show you this. Terror awaits. Dun dun dun. Mattel, Janard, and Malayer. I always thought something happened Thursday evening. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Janie hears everything. The thing with Janie, man, like, the U-Haul was December and it was Wade and Cindy. Yeah. Is it the first with the guy sitting? He has a blue shirt on. Is that the one with the guy sitting? He has a blue shirt. I don't know what you mean. All right, let's watch this, and then I've got more to talk about. This is a full interview. I think it came out earlier.
To detect human remains were in the community on the property where the children went missing. What did they find?
Well, they did not find or signify any, identify any scent of human remains during their search. So they searched the property around the family's home. They searched the area where we found the pink blanket, the pipeline area, and the intersecting trails, and they didn't. The dogs didn't indicate on any scent of human remains during those searches.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that they didn't locate any human remains or anything associated to this file or any other.
I just thought of something. This might, and this is just, I was just thinking. You know how, this may be way out there. I don't know. I'm just thinking. You know how Wade said that they claimed too many kids? They claimed Daniel's 2 kids as well. Remember that? I'm just trying. I play every scenario that I can think of. Could they have been afraid that they were going to get in trouble with the taxes or whatever, and do something to the other 2, to Jack and Lily? Well, Canada doesn't have the IRS. They have something else. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's more she was collecting welfare, not claiming him. I have to go back to CRA. Thank you, Denise. I need to go back and see what he says. Try to make sense of a scenario. Yeah, Lexi, nobody goes over there. Yeah. Canada Revenue. Okay.
Any open files, so there was no human remains found. It means that we've, basically done, completed that area of the search. It doesn't necessarily mean that that there's no possibility.
You hear that, Daniel? Nothing should be wrapped up. You hear that? That doesn't mean there's no possibility. They always consider it a possibility until they are found. Everything is going to be on the table.
There isn't human remains there. There could have been a chance the dogs maybe missed it or whatever, but at the end of the day, we haven't located any human remains.
So it doesn't mean that there is not human remains there.
There's always a possibility that maybe the scent didn't hit the dog that day or what have you, but we're confident in the search patterns that were deployed and based on the best practices of our police dog services human remains detection handling unit, and we were confident in the search done, but we did not find human remains.
Help the public understand how there could.
This is the thing, like, if there clearly was something happened Thursday night and anyone knows about it, right? Janie or any of them, I hope that they get in trouble too, right? Did they search Earl's? I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. Or one child had into they should have. It was terrible when confronted in chat with real questions. They get, oh yeah. Yeah. They just want to stroke Daniel's ego. That's it. You're going to get blocked.
Still be a possibility though. What other factors could be at play?
Well, I mean, the conditions at the time were good for the work we were doing, but I'm not entirely sure of exactly the technical things or the technical kind of terms to use associated to why they wouldn't have custody or how something could be found.
Jerry Lynn, so cadaver dogs work best. The fresher, the better, obviously. 3 days to 7 days. Guys, please don't talk about anybody else in chat. Appreciate it, mods. And 5 months is entirely not possible. I mean, it's possible, but they just waited too long. They just waited too long. Right? Janie mentioned sending her brother something at 6:20 a.m., then swept it under the rug. Victoria, there's something there because Janie said she first noticed the kids probably went missing around 8:30. Then at her next interview, she corrected it.
In the area, but regardless, they could be tucked away in different areas. There could be anything that could have caused.
Leslie, mine is, I mean, I'm looking at pretty much any one of Daniel's family. Brother, uncle, dad. Right? All of those.
An odor not to be picked up by the dog, but again, to our best practices and the training and expertise of our PDS handling unit, we feel we've exhausted the area as best as we can.
Really, there's no way you could say with 100% certainty.
There just isn't a way I could say with 100% certainty. There's the reality is we're dealing with nature and you know, things could happen that we don't understand right now. And at the end of this, when we find out where Jack
Dirtwood, I hope he's arrested. If anyone deserves to be arrested, in my opinion, it's him for interfering with the case. Dumbass says he knows where Jack and Lily is, but won't come out and say it. The son of a bitch that doesn't, guys, you're going to piss me off. Sorry, guys, for me cussing, but the guy who doesn't even know what a timeline is, right? Doesn't even know what a timeline is, and calls the RCMP, cusses them one side up down the other, and says they're idiots. He is, I wouldn't entertain his call silly. I'll be honest with you. I think he should be absolutely forgotten about. Don't give him anything, because we know what he has already done to this case. Right? Said Malaya took out her kids and all of this shit. Just terrible. Absolutely terrible. In my opinion, he actually is doing everything he can to hinder this.
Lily and bring them home, then we should have those answers and understand.
I was the first to call him out too.
How many days were the teams on the ground?
I believe it was around 3 days that the teams associated to this particular search, and they searched roughly 40 kilometers of area during that time.
And what do you mean by 40 kilometers? Is that?
Well, they do, again, I'm not a PDS dog handler, so I can't talk about all the specifics, and I wouldn't talk about.
Yeah, well, Daniel said he knew where they are, but you know, it's amazing how they all know where they are, but they can't say, right? They say that they're on the reservation. You know what? Take this up your reservation. That's all I can tell them.
What all the specifics related to an
Ridiculous.
investigation, but in general,
Bullshit.
they run certain.
They know where they are, but the RCMP doesn't. A math head and a math head-ette, one who neglected at best and was broke as hell and didn't try to provide for even his own children. They know where the hell Jack and Lily are, and he's sitting here doing these interviews and, oh my God, it's not me, it's not me. And you've got some guy who's like, doesn't even know what a timeline is. Sunny the other day, I think he's like, he needs to be arrested. I'm like, fuck yeah, he needs to be arrested. If he's being so awful to the RCMP. This bastard doesn't know anything about true crime. But because his, second cousin's monkey's uncle is related or something like that, he's involved in this case. All he is doing is hurting this case. He just wants people to believe him. He's never got attention in his fucking life, and this is his way to get it. And sadly, while he is making up shit at best, on, just like, in my opinion, Daniel is on a 4 and a 6-year-old. You're disgusting as hell if you do that. These are babies, for God's sakes. Man, it pisses me off. Someone giving that bastard attention. I gave him 5 minutes here, but I tell you what, start asking him questions. Start asking him real legitimate questions. He'll get mad at you and fold up like a lawn chair. Daniel won't even talk to you. He'll just cuss you. That's all he'll do. Even after I asked him tough questions and he hung up on me, he came in my chat, he called me every name in the book. I was still respectful to him. Even though he was cussing me in my chat, right? And then he just continues to go on, talking about the RCMP, cussing him, all that. Absolutely lying, right? When Janie says, oh yeah, quote, Janie's says, oh yeah, after I talked to Dirtwood, things started making a lot of sense. What the fuck do you mean? You lived it. You were there that morning. You were there. That bastard, you never talked to him for probably 20 years before that. How the hell is he supposed to be making sense with something you lived? Seriously. She lived it. You want Durwood, who doesn't even know what a damn timeline is, to make sense of it for you? Go scratch something. Go scratch something. It's beyond me. It's beyond me how anyone still even listens to him. Right? Like, how does someone even believe him after all this shit? Go to my video section. I've got the recording all by itself of Durwood calling in, saying he knows what happens to the kids. He just needs one thing before he can solve it. One thing before he can solve it. And he's got people believing him. He does. He has a few people that'll believe him. Joe, I'm going to get my spray bottle. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you. I get a little passionate about that. Because he wants people to believe something that is not even remotely relevant. Not even remotely relevant. Not even on the radar. Right? And then, I mean, damn, it's been 5 months. You've known where they are the whole time. Go fucking get them. Go to that place, call 911, and say, I'm here. Come out here. Let's get them. Done. If you're so good at it and the RCMP isn't. He does this for attention or something. There are sick, sick minds in the world. There just are. Very sick. I know people get all up in the drama and all that stuff, and I get pissed off with the best of them. I try to keep my cool as much as possible, except with Daniel. But don't forget, these are human beings. These are babies. These are babies. Oh, I'm going to cry. Jack and Lily. They're human beings. And it's not something to play a game with. To say that they're, oh, well, they're over there. They're fine. They're fine. They're not fine. They're not fine. Wherever they are. Whether, I mean, if they're in with God, they're fine now. But even if they are with God, they should still be right here. They should still be right here, right now. They should have gotten off the bus today, had a warm meal when they got home. People forget about this shit. Think about it. They should have gotten off the bus today. They should have had a warm meal. They should have changed their clothes, right? Done their homework, all of that. And you can't even get, Daniel to stop talking about himself and how fucking innocent he looks for 5 seconds. And you can't get Malaya to do a damn thing. They would be 5 months older. Yes. I just hope the authorities have some leads. I do too. Mike, I do too. With every fiber of my being, I do. I do. Every fiber. No, because they would laugh his ass out. So all he can do is just cuss. That's all he can do. That's all he does. Is just, throw a fit. That's exactly right. They should be getting their school pictures done. All of that. Right. They should Halloween. I was going to say Halloween. All of that stuff. They're missing out. Why? Because something happened. They didn't just walk out. Love you too, honey. They didn't just walk out into the fucking, Nova Scotian soggy cold winter, not winter, but cold early spring maybe day. Send it to me, bad actors, honey. Thank you, honey. I know you are, Gary. I know you are. I know you guys are frustrated. I'm frustrated. Right, Angry Rabbit? See that the drug it can look like a colorful pill, it can look like a rock, it can look like a powder. It can look like all of that. So what does he need? This whole case is so fucked up. Sorry, bro. No, I understand. I cuss like a sailor when I hear Daniel or Durwood. It's just, I mean, they are in tandem together, those two. Absolutely in tandem together, lockstep. Anyone that believes Daniel, I don't care what the phone data says. I don't care in this situation. Why do I don't care? Because he said he didn't take his fucking phone and they live in the middle of nowhere, right? I don't care if his bank account didn't show a damn thing. They were fucking broke. They were using their grandma's credit card for everything, right? I don't care about that stuff because it doesn't matter in this case. It doesn't matter. It's going to show nothing. Daniel couldn't even file taxes because he's fucking broke and he cheated. So you can say that till the day of judgment. And it's not going to change anything. Right? I want to hear from Daniel. I want to hear from Malaya. And we've heard from Daniel. And nothing about it makes sense. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing. Levy Kelly. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you again. Thank you, Lexi, honey. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Much love to you, Lexi. Thank you so much for your support, my dear, and thank you for being a member as well. Really do appreciate you, honey. So Jack's birthday is a few days after mine. Then damn, he should have been here for his birthday. He should. He should. It gets very depressing. I want to hear from Ron and Justin. You know, this is the thing, guys, and this is, hey, Norbeaster, good to see you. Not everyone lives the same as you and I, right? I mean, not that we live the same, all of us live the same, but some people just don't care. They don't think deeper about life. They don't think of caring for themselves, let alone children that they procreate, carry in their womb, and give birth to and watch grow. Right? They don't even think about that. And that's why for most of us, most of us couldn't breathe, take a breath until we got an answer, got justice. You know something? Even if like they got into rugs or something, if I was Malaya, my life would be over anyways if I didn't have my kids. Lock me. It'd be over. What the fuck else would you have? But that's for, this is the thing. I think people's depths of love is different, right? Like you have to, I think, some people love their kids, but they also don't want to, they also love not going to prison. And if you did something, you gotta take care of it. And they had nothing to do with it. I wonder how they live day to day so strong I could never imagine. Yes, Abigail. Yep. Mr. POTUS, rewind. I give a lot of feeling. I give a lot of feeling on it. Yes, April 3. They would have to put me in something that would happen. Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, Pam. Deborah sounds like, oh, no one picked up the kids that morning. Stop the lies. Yeah, Tina. Yeah. I mean, it's the stupidest thing to me for Daniel or Dirtwood to say something to the effect of Malaya looked like she saw or was surprised because mom was there, right? Malaya standing there outside with Meadow on her hip. Daniel supposedly going up there. That's why I think it's just all made up because it doesn't make sense. But Janie don't get out much, right? Janie doesn't get out much. You can tell. Okay. And why wouldn't she be gone, right? Number one, if Janie goes somewhere, I guarantee you she tells Malaya or Daniel, listen for my dog, watch my place. Or Janie's car's not there. Or they hear someone pull up in their driveway. She's something, Mohawk. Right? And so it's just something for them to press it all on Malaya. And listen, this is not all Malaya. This is not all Daniel, right? This is the two. Now, like I've always said, my opinion is I do not believe Jack and Lily would be missing if it wasn't for who Malaya put her kids around. I think that is the root cause of whatever happened, whether it's rugs, whether it's temper, or whatever. But that was her decision. Unfortunately, it wasn't the kid's decision. Right? What did she say? What Stacy? What was that? Stacy red Solo cup. She had a red Solo cup by her trailer. Something's wrong. She probably drinks it with her Red Bull. Janie's got a boyfriend? She does? Seriously? I'm waiting for the comments. I didn't think her dog would let her see anybody. Daniel seriously talks to people almost 24/7. Well, I'm surprised Durwood does either. I'd rather not have a drink with Janie. Drink in moderation and get rolling drunk. No one is going to spend time with her. God, can you imagine her? What the fuck? Goodness gracious. These walls are paper thin. Be quiet. My Danny will hear you. What's the dog's name? We'll call her Chelsea. Chelsea, get out of the dash. I just closed the windshield curtains. I scared you. Oh, Tucker. Tucker the little fucker. That's what she calls him, Tucker the little fucker. Oh, God. Well, listen. I'll give you some if you give me a Red Bull and 2 packs of cigarettes, Misty Slims 1000s. Tucker, get over here. That's right. If the trailers are rocking, don't come a knocking. I even got my little picket fence around it. It's not white, but it's green. You know, is what it is. Danny sold it from the salvage yard. That's how we got the paint. Isn't that clever? Oh, little Danny. I remember when he was just a little boy, I'd give him cigarettes. Look how he turned out. Just a cute little boy. Loves himself so much. He loves himself so much, little Danny. Yes. Well, the closer the kin, you know what they say. They don't call me Mass Tell for nothing. Did Cindy arrive immediately that morning? No, she didn't. Let's look at that, Thumper. Let's look at that. I'll show you I'll show it to you right here because that's very interesting. All right. Cindy. Does she spell it Cindy or I? How does she spell it? Does anyone remember? I was off both ways. C-Y. C-Y-N-D. Oh, she spelled it C-Y-N-D-Y. Watch this, y'all. All right. This is all the times Cindy is mentioned. Malaya had a video call from the mother, Cindy, at 3:37 p.m. on Thursday to see the kids. Cindy would have seen the kids on the phone. Okay. So that's at 6:29 a.m. Malaya received a message to confirm that the kids were marked as absent. Malaya was okay. Malaya had a video call from her mother, Cindy, at 3:37. So hold on. Where were they at 3:37 on Friday? One second here. What is it? Why does it keep doing this? Okay. Jamie later said she stays at her brother's a lot. Ugh. What was that? You didn't just- That's what I thought. Don't you mean Thursday? Didn't I say Thursday? Didn't I say Thursday? All right. Now, on May 13th, Corporal McIntyre took a statement from Cindy Murray, Malaya's mother. The following is the summary. Cindy said she spoke with Malaya over Facebook Messenger and used video chat. On May 13th, 2025, okay, May 8th, 16th, okay, May 9th, 15th, I listened to the statement of Cindy Murray, okay, and reviewed a screenshot photo he submitted with the statement. She checked her Facebook Messenger history and provided the following information. Cindy had missed a call on April 30th, 2025 at 1:21. So that was what, Wednesday? I'm breaking up. Okay, I'm breaking up. Sorry. What was May 30th? Was that Wednesday? One second, y'all. Let me fix this. All right, I'm fixing my mic there. What was it? Wednesday, right, Mohawk? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate you, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, darling behind. Really do appreciate you, my love. Thank you so very much, Kim. Keep up the great work, Justin. Love you for standing up for Jack and Lily. We ain't got. That's right, girl. That's right. Thank you so much, Kim, for your support, and thank you so much for being a member. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Very, very kind of you. And thank you, Jen, my love. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, honey. Much love to you. Thank you, Kim and Jen. Appreciate you. All right. All right. So she spoke with Malaya. So Cindy right here is showing the police, the RCMP, her screenshots. And Cindy had missed an audio call on May 30th at 1:21 p.m. They had a 12-minute video call at 4:40 p.m. Cindy said she did not remember the exact call because they talk at least once a day or more. On May 1st, there was a missed call from Malaya at 2:52 p.m. on video and a video call at 3:37 p.m. Cindy said she called on video chat to see the kids, but nothing about the call stood out in her mind. So the first was Thursday, and Malaya calls at 2:52. Which she is, at that time, she's got to be getting her tag. Got to be getting her tag then. And at 3:37, coming back maybe? All right. Malaya was saying that okay, but nothing stood out in her mind. Some of this didn't transfer well. So from Malaya saying that the kids are missing and the police were there, Cindy said she learned from her mother that the kids were missing. So Cindy learned from Patty, right? That the kids were missing because she left her phone in the house when she was in the barn, which was why she missed Malaya's call. She said she did not know what time her mother called to let her know. Okay. All right. I need to find out. So it's not going to say where. Daniel says, "You're a Cancer. I'm a Cancer." Daniel says Malaya's mother, I believe it is. And when he's kind of blaming her. Right? Isn't that what he says? Let me look here. Let me see here 1 second. Pace Malaya's mother. No. Malaya. Okay. Here it is. I found it. I love this thing now. Daniel said when the kids went missing, Malaya's mother showed up extremely quick, even though she is over an hour away. He wasn't sure when Malaya called her mother and said it might be a good idea to check her phone to see the time. You see, even right here, Daniel is kind of throwing Malaya under the bus. Right? Now, listen to this. Daniel saying, you might want to look at something's up because you know the reason. Notice this. Daniel goes, he doesn't like Malaya's mother because Malaya's mother, Cindy, said, Malaya, you're getting out of here. You've lived with this mofo long enough. And took the control away from Daniel. Right? Malaya didn't call Cindy. Malaya didn't call Cindy. Malaya called her grandma. And also, Daniel doesn't like Malaya's sister. And that's who he's blaming for planting the blanket whenever she's the one that she said I was riding his ass the whole time, Haley, because the way he was acting and all that. In this document, it says Daniel had his head down the entire time, and he was acting erratic toward the cops and all that, and he wouldn't look any of Malaya's family in the face. Okay. Now watch this. Let me find it here. Daniel said his Google Maps would have his location, and he always kept his location on for Malaya. So she knew where he was, and she did the same for him. Let me tell you something. If I have my Google on that tracks me, it's not because of any man or any woman. I'll tell you that, boo boo. I'll tell you that right now. Okay? Yep, we're not done there, though. We're not done there because it gives it time. She wasn't there early, like Daniel said. All right. It's a total control thing. It's a jealousy thing. Oh, get this. Daniel, he said on the second day he had cell phone service where he was searching. Isn't that interesting? Daniel conveniently on the second day he has service where he's searching, but not the first day. Not the first day, the second. That's a little sus if you ask me. How can Malaya know where he is when his phone was at the home? Bingo, that as well. Well, this is like whenever before the kids went missing, so they could see where they went to each other. Can you hear me now? I can see you. He tracked her every minute, yeah. Daniel said on the second day he had cell service when he was searching, and his Google would show his locations. He said he used Google Maps to get out of the woods one time, and he sent Malaya a picture of it. That is weird as shit. I'm sorry, that is weird as hell. That's weird as hell, y'all. Okay. Daniel talked about the areas he searched on the first and second day. Yeah, right, not the first. He said he went into town and got one of his friends, Adam and Chance. Yeah, Daniel went to get his friends, his math friends. Yeah, the places that he was at the second day, I would not be searching probably first. Mike, Daniel, you say you heard Jack playing in the kitchen, but not a thing was out of place. Okay, come talk to Justin and let's ask you a few questions. Absolutely, Mike. Mike, not only that, did you hear him say that Jack's Jack's jacket is missing and it's hung up by the door and he wouldn't be able to reach it. Did you see that? Unbelievable. Adam and Chance can split the 150 if they know something. Hell yeah. Oh my God. Kendall, like the motor oil to the office, please. Kendall, like the motor oil to the office, please. We need a late slip mods for Kendall, like the motor oil. Thank you. Who leaves their phone behind? That just tells me everything. No one leaves their phone behind. Exactly. Oh, Mike. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Yeah. Yeah. He said he had it up. He said it in a group the other day. He's like, nobody was supposed to know that though. Without searching Jack and Lily from the morning into Malaya with I don't think I showed this one yet either. This was Janie the other day. Daniel and I were both out searching for Jack and Lily from morning until dark, while Malaya and family were the trailer drinking coffee. Sounds like you're drinking, Janie. Coffee and eating. It was a fun family reunion. Oh, bless you, Jane. Bless you, honey. Let me find something here. I'm trying to find that for Mike real quick. Bear with me, guys. He says all kinds of things. Oh, Daniel does. I'm not impressed with investigators not even informing me or mom. I should release all the information. Yeah. Then he says this after the searches. You know how he said in the interview that that he didn't know they were, what did he say? He didn't know that they were coming until right before they came or something. I'm not impressed with investigators not even informing me or mom. I should release all the information I brought to major crimes. That would point fingers. It's undeniable, and I hold back. Whoa, Mattel. Lord have mercy. Seek Janie on him. All right, then. That's exactly right, Peas. That's exactly right. Damn, where's it at? I'm looking 1 second. Um, 1 second, guys. I'm looking for something. I'm not going to hold too much up, but this might be it. This might be it. The kids were hurt. You don't know, read. Callie, you get under Daniel's skin. I don't know why, but keep it up, girl. Uh, one saying, Daniel, what really happened Thursday evening? An accident? He said all kinds of stuff here. Let me find it. This was it, I'm pretty sure. Here we go. Some of us got all night, Justin. Everybody does. Well done, Callie. I know, me too. I'm glad Callie Daniel just loves Callie for whatever reason. And I'm just truly humbled that, you know. All right. This is where Daniel says, she was hugging on me and crying on my shoulder right before the first search briefing with the commander of operations and led search team members, then went into the ambulance with her mother, Cindy, for 5 minutes. When they came out, Malaya was terrified with fear, couldn't look at me, and she was shaking. All she kept saying over and over is, I have to go with mom. I have to go with mom. Cindy came between us, and I said, Cindy, effing get, and waved my arm for her to go. Malaya couldn't even make eye contact. You've said that twice already. Whatever was said inside the ambulance changed Malaya. Well, Daniel, you lost control. You lost control right there. Right? You didn't like that. Cindy and Malaya in the car now. She demanded she get in. They sped away, leaving me at the time to only put my hand on the back window as I said, I love you, honey tomato. Then the allegations started flooding in. I don't abuse women or children. Malaya changed after that moment. It's heartbreaking, but that's what happened. Belinda says, Daniel, you told me she looked at you with disgusting, not fear. And you said you fought over giving spankings because she was too slack and they wouldn't listen to her. I don't care what the document paper says. That's what that's was over. It's in the same forum there, but there you go. And the one thing that I do believe Jerwood on is that Daniel spanked the kids. I do believe that. Because Daniel and Malaya are constantly saying, the kids won't listen to Malaya, but they listen to Daniel. Right? All right. Daniel says, Belinda, now that's now a look of being ashamed, Belinda. I don't even know what that means. And Daniel says, Belinda, I don't spank kids or hit them. It doesn't solve anything. I don't do it with any of my kids either. Does anyone believe that shit? You know what to say, Daniel. You know what to say. You just don't do what you know is right. Right? Oh no, not the Titanic scene. You want to hear Janie sing the Titanic song? Near, far, wherever Daniel is, I'll be waiting in the camper. Once more, I caught Malaya a whore. And I told her family to get the fuck out. She'd stay. I said, get out the way, you fucking whore. I don't want you here no more. We'll stay forever this way. I'm behind. Chat doesn't match. Oh. Because I'm doing my rendition here of Janie. Janie Lips. Anywho. Get off my junkyard. And you're here. I have to break it up with a laugh sometimes, or I just get pissed and I start cussing, so it's not really good for me. Okay. Put a 1 if you peed a little. Seriously. Okay. This person says, Daniel, too many inconsistencies from you and your mother. It's not adding up at all. All right, let's find where. What does Mike say here? What is the difference between the Daniel she first met and the Daniel you first became? Yes. And that is exactly what I've always said. What do you mean? The Daniel when you first met? Who was that Daniel? Hey, Melissa. Thank you so much, my dear. Hi, Justin and chat. Thank you so much, Melissa. Amen. Thank you so much. You threw up? Like in a bad way or a good way? Thank you, Melissa. Appreciate you, love. Good to see you, my love. And thank you so much for being a member here on the channel as well, my love. Check them waterfalls. Yeah. I believe he is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I really do. There's good vomit. Well, I mean, maybe if you're laughing too hard. Maybe Justin pretended he was Daniel when they first met. Damn, girl. My cheeks are cramping. So, okay. All right. That's why Belinda said, I imagine, but I can't go into that because timelines are part of the investigation. Very interesting how you say that, Mr. Mattel. Callie's giving him hell. What is Callie saying? Callie's giving him hell right there. I don't know where that one's at, but I will find it for you, Mike. This might be it as well. Let me see. So where did she leave the questions? Okay, here we go. I got it now. Here's this. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Oh wait, Daniel says, Callie, shut the fuck up. This has gone for too long. Daniel, you love to, cuss at women. Shame on you. I never abused Malaya or the kids. Look at the GD documents. Malaya even says it there. I didn't even physically discipline them. Why would I ever abuse the kids? Come on. give your head a shake. Stop with the drama. Seeking it's foolish. Daniel, did you see that the text messages that Malaya wrote? Oh, that's amazing, Mallory. Thank you. That means so much to me. Just like help getting through your shift. That means so much, truly. Probably the only one, but if it wasn't for the mother leaving with her mom and blocking Daniel, it's the only reason why I think she doesn't hurt the kids or take off with them. It's the only reason why I think she didn't hurt the kids. I don't think Malaya uh I don't think she was abusive toward them. I think she was neglectful, uh, but I don't think she was, if that makes sense, like physically abusive. Um, I think she was in her own world. Um, but Malaya does say that Daniel would hold her down and take her phone and stuff, which is obviously abuse. And she did say he did uh and Durwood and all of them said that he spanked the kids. Okay. Daniel says here, she was hugging me and crying on my shoulder right before the first search briefing with the commander of Did I read this one? I already read this one, didn't I? This wasn't the one I wanted. Okay. It's this one. Bear with me. Did investigators ask you everything that you said online and YouTube channels? I hope they do. I'm telling you what, if they did not, if they have not questioned Daniel about the things that he has publicly stated online, they're really missing out. Black guys all by themselves in, yeah, those cars, Daniel says. It's insane to me. Um did he reply here? He didn't reply here. All right. I know I've got it here. Let me look in my Canva. It bugs me when I can't find something. There's so many messages from Daniel. He talks non-stop, which is such a gift. Really is just a gift to law enforcement, right? Just a gift. Um, Daphne seems to trigger Daniel as well, which I'm glad her and I trigger Mr. Mattel. Okay. But the other day he did say that Mike, he did parents with grandma, mom's brother. Oh, maybe that's it. I'll find it, Mike. If you want to email me, I'll email it to you. I can't find it. It's sort of the property. I can't go in the resume. Oh, and Daniel, just so you know here, just so you know. Oh, Cindy definitely triggers him. Daniel talking about if you want to say that Daniel and Dirtwood, which I know you're both watching right now, never made it seem like Malaya had the kids on the reservation or anything. Daniel, I can't go on the res. She belongs to It's Dangerous for Me. She doesn't have the mental foresight to understand the complex nature of what she was about to do. 2 missing kids at the same time, 1 in a million. What does that mean? What does that mean? She doesn't have the complex nature of what she was about to do. 2 kids missing, 1 in a million. Yes. Okay. What was she about to do? She fell in love with Meadow, and Jack and Lily fell by the wayside. I lived it. I took care of Lily and Jack. She only cared for Meadow. I believe Jack and Lily fell by the wayside. I absolutely do. But I believe it was more by you making her, in a sense. Not like, I mean, it was up to her at the end of the day, but I believe probably Meadow got the better care out of them, right? Um, when the blanket would have been, this is what he wrote in my chat. The blanket would have been beaten down to the ground from heavy rain. Whoever said that, thank you. That's a good point. It's rained heavy the night before on Friday. The blanket would have been heavy when wet. Full size blanket. Daniel said he never drove the 4-wheeler, by the way. Yes, 20 or 30. I drew a map of my travels for major crimes. You did? Also, Daniel says he searched the culverts. I searched both ways. No trails, just dirt roads. No trails, only dirt roads. No trails. Look at the freaking trails of my travels. Yeah. Meadow was underway too. Yeah. Yeah. And then he says here, Malaya was up at 6:17 and 6:18 to mark absent from school. I helped on the fence. Malaya put them to bed. Yes, I brought new evidence to major crimes. I meet with them after I see Meadow 3 times a week. Guys, he brought new evidence to the Jack and Lily case. That's what could you tell us, Daniel? Could you tell us? Since you're the all-seeing, all-knowing, all Superman, the leader of the highest douche canoe in the land, please tell us. Okay. He also says, yes, I'm not afraid to get wet. There are 2 separate quotings. Man, I sat on the ATV. Where does it say I drove it? And I showed him. I sat in front of the ATV. Yes. First, he denied ever being on an ATV. Then he says, I showed him the article, and he's like, no, I sat on the ATV. Why my mommy and my brother drove me in the front seat because my mommy says I am too big of a douche canoe to actually drive it because he tends to probably take stuff to pawn shops, allegedly, in my opinion. Right? Anyway, I sat in front of the ATV. Yes, it helped me get to new search areas. It's not like it was secretive helicopters above and drones. Sat on the front of the ATV. I never drove it. I never drove the ATV. I sat on the front. I believe kids are alive. I met with investigators today. Well, I mean, it's certainly it's worth more than the trailer and the ATV probably. Yeah, I would say. What's the dog's name again? What's the dog? Tucker. I had little Tucker on there. It was me, Danny, Justin, and Tucker. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't let Daniel drive. Yeah. He don't got his license. And when I say license, I means he likes to take my shit to the pawn shop. That's why the neighbors don't like us, allegedly, in my opinion. Oh, little Daniel. Daniel says he first went right first, then left. Because I keep getting error messages. And here he said, I have to hold back on some evidence because it's held between me and major crime investigations. And it probably is held between you and major crime investigations, Daniel, because they were probably calling your shit out. Don't you think? Maybe. Possibly. It's not like you know anymore, Daniel. He's so important. Yes, he's so important. It's crazy. Anywho, I got so much here. I believe they're alive, and Malaya knows who drove them off the property. No, Daniel, you and Durwood never said Malaya, shoved the kids in a car, came back walking through the driveway, and saw Janie, and Janie's smoking her Virginia Slim 1000s. Malaya, honey, what are you doing? It's rather early. It's rather early. What are you doing, honey? You look like you've seen a ghost. Oh. Okay. Daniel's been up all night again? Okay. So is he taking my Timu toaster apart again? All right. You know, he likes to tear the shit up, right? When he's on the mat, right? Yeah. Well, I told him I bought the new spring for the toaster. So he better put it in. If he wants me to make breakfast in the morning without these ashes, he better put it in. That's all I gotta say. Because I'll slap the ashes, and also I'll have Tucker do what Tucker does. You know what I mean? We'll have Tucker piss in his Mountain Dew, maybe. Allegedly. Just saying. All right. All right, guys. I've clearly Been here too long. I need to quit. I need to quit. If he can find his tools, yeah, it bless his heart. He only has what, two buildings out there, and it took him what, 3 months to find a stapler? Is that all? This is the little things in life that just make you smile. Oh, Jen, thank you. I have to find something in it because it's too. As you know, I get a little emotional sometimes. So if I don't do this, I'll cuss or cry. Hey, Alicia. If they'd just put him in the box away from his math, he would absolutely break. I agree. I agree. Thank you, Mike, for being here. B Girl, Sam, Sky Maiden are there forever, even putting it back. My two nephews there forever, tearing stuff up and putting it back together. That's good. That's good. I am really bad at putting like little things together. I'm bad at it. I don't like taking things apart and putting it back together. Mm-mm. Especially with the little screws. I drop them every time. Oh, happy birthday to your granddaughter, Leslie. A special birthday, 21. Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right, guys. I've got to be, yes, because he's tweaking and got sidelined and something else. Why it why do they like the people who are on the mathematics? Why do they like to tear things apart? Oh, thank you, Sherry. Makes you super focused. Oh, it's probably like an ADHD kind of thing, isn't it? But with drain cleaner. Yeah. But Daniel always cleans my washer spinner. He always cleans my washer spinner. He's a good boy about that. He always has the Drano handy. He sure does. Yes, he does. So they got to keep moving. Maybe that's it, Gary. I've never done a street rug in my life, so I don't know. But yeah, well, except weed, but that's twice. Tweaking. Oh, I was going to show you guys. I'll show it to you tomorrow. A guy here in the United States was on mathematics, and two people are dead now. He was tripping on it. And he was claiming he was God. One thing he's definitely not. And we'll go into it tomorrow. People trip on this stuff all the time. They think they're God, or God's telling them a message, or something's evil, or something's telling them to be quiet, or it's a message, or anything. Psychosis. Yes, it does. It does. My neighbors lets the math heads work for him so they don't rob him. Wow. That's scary. That's scary. Whenever hey, will you work for me so you won't rob me? It's crazy. Lack of sleep, yeah. It is a washer on one side and a spinner on the other side. Yeah, I will, sassy. Washer spinner. It's like a little washer, and then it's got this little basket and it spins. Called a washer spinner. You get a washer and a spinner. All right, guys. Jen, I hate it when you try to find out when you. Yeah. According to Math Indy's website, they love to dig large holes. Well, this is another thing which a lot of math people, it's not as much as people think. I think it's like 20 or 30% they dig themselves. I thought it was way more than that. I always thought it was way more than that, but it was only like it was a small percentage overall, but they like dig themselves. My son has. Oh, Barbara, listen. God bless him and God bless you. Listen, there is nothing. Listen, I told you I had surgery and I knew my doctor. I knew him very well. I became addicted. 6 months of my life. It can happen to anybody. No shame in addiction. None. None, 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 none. Because it can happen to anybody, right? Uh, but just admit there's no shame in it. That's why I have to be so nice. Why's that, Cherry? Sorry. See. So we all struggle. All of us struggle with something in life. We're always going to struggle with something. Junkyard training. I just got an idea. I just screenshot that for an idea later. Soap and water's expensive. Not at the Dollarama. No, it's not, Joe. They went to the Dollarama. I don't get a Dollarama. I know the Dalai Lama, but I've never been to the Dollarama. Yeah. You teach us so much. The more you know. Ding, ding, ding. I was addicted for 9 years. You are. Congratulations, girl. The hardest thing you'll ever do in your life. It was for me one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, and I was only on it for 6 months. It's been a long time ago, but whoo, I'll never forget that. Keep their bodies clean, yes. Isn't a wash a spinner? What about a wash a spinner? I'm sorry, my husband worked outside for 20 years. God bless his soul. His fingers never black. Yeah. I think the mathematics. Love you, Jen. You're amazing. God bless any of you guys who, if you're struggling right now, don't be ashamed. Honestly, if there's anything I can do for you, if you're struggling right now, I'll talk to you in any way I can help. No judgment. I will never tell a soul on everything I love. If you need to talk to someone, if you're struggling, uh, for a listening ear, I'm not a therapist or anything like that, but without judgment on God, I would never tell anybody. So, yeah, there's no shame. Thank you, Sherry. I live in a loft apartment in an old building in Seattle with a washer and a dryer across the hall, but I got a washer spinner inside my. That's amazing, Sherry. I want to live in Seattle with you in an old building with a washer and dryer across the hallway. I would love that. That sounds so romantic. That's so romantic. Can we be sleepless in Seattle? Never had a girlfriend before. I mean, I've had a girlfriend. I've never had a woman, I guess you could say, like since I've been probably, I haven't had a girlfriend since I've been in middle school. So I might be new to this. Uh, meaning $2.10 a day. No, but listen, it's tough. It's it's tough. Life's tough sometimes. It's not easy for any of us. And just take care of your babies. That's all you need to do. Take care of your babies before anything. Take care of your children. Okay? Because someone told me this when my children were little, and I can't remember how many it was, but you only have like so many, you only have like 18 summers until they're out of the house, right? And you only have so many weekends until they're out of the house. And it goes by really, really, really quick. Really quick. I took care of mine, my neighbor's kids. Yeah. Thank you, Sherry. I might, I love Seattle, actually. I don't know if you heard me, but I flew to Las Vegas, drove to LA. LA, I went to San Francisco up the Pacific Highway. LA to San Francisco to Portland, Portland to Seattle, Seattle to Vancouver, Vancouver to home. Yeah. Heroin, and they managed to keep their family together. There are it can happen. I mean, it's very it's very rare, right? And still everyone suffers whenever there's an addict, right? You suffer, your mother suffers, your siblings suffer, even if they don't know, right? Oh God, no, sandwich. No, 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 no. Never. Um Oldest grandson is 31. Oh, goes by so quick, Grandma. It's 40 degrees there. Let's see if Mr. Mattel ever got back with us. Hold on. I forgot about that. Just another lie. Just another lie. Well, hopefully, no, wait. I'm sorry. I'm being very judgmental. We're going to give Daniel the benefit of the doubt, and maybe he's just sleeping right now. And maybe he'll get back with us tomorrow. Okay? Sobriety and children are amazing. Cherish both youngsters. Yes, Mike. Amen. 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 So, love you guys. Appreciate you. God bless each and every single one of you. Even if you are hate watching me right now, I love you. I do. And I appreciate you watching, every one of you. The only thing we should want is the truth for Jack and Lily. That's it. And that should be something we can all agree on. And if we can't agree on truth for Jack and Lily, then that's a problem. Because then that means someone doesn't want the truth. God bless you all. Thank you for spending time with me. To appreciate you. Thank you, Just Me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Amanda, Sassy, Finding Solace, Callie, P Girl, Nanny, Sherry, Dream, Sarah, hey darling, Deborah, Jen, Carol, it's moving fast. Linda, Nancy, Glenda, Sandy, Stormy, B-Girl, Gary, Peace, Jen, Sarah. Good night, everyone. Rosalie, good night. Good night. Rhonda, Tina, Jasmine, good night. Love you guys. Bye-bye.